Sydney selects first, and one correct response will get him out of the hole with these categories. First off, we have British poets and poetry. Next, you'll deal with movie critters. You have to identify what kind of an animal each one is. We'll deal with flowers. We'll be pulling rank. We'll look at famous Americans' homes. And finally, we want you to give me an E in quotation marks. That letter will start each correct response. Sydney, do it.
Movie critters for 400, please.
1972, Sounder. Kate.
What is a dog?
Right.
Movie critters for 800, please.
1994, Timon. Sydney.
What is a meerkat?
Yes.
Movie critters 1200.
1983, Farlap. Kate.
What is a horse?
Right.
Movie critters 1600.
1997, Mr. Bigglesworth. Kate.
What is a rabbit?
No. Sydney.
What is a cat?
Cat, Austin Powers. Yes.
Movie critters 2000.
2001, Hedwig and Errol. Sydney.
What are owls?
Harry Potter. Yes.
British poets and poetry for 400, please.
Encyclopedia Britannica calls his The Hunting of the Snark nonsense literature of the highest order. Mark.
Who is Edward Lear?
No. Sydney.
Who is Lewis Carroll?
Correct.
Poets and poetry 800.
Sir Calidore pursues the blatant beast in Book 6 of this Spenser work. Sydney.
What is the Fairy Queen?
Right.
Poets, poetry 1200.
After he gave up writing novels, he published his Wessex Poems in 1898. Kate.
Who was Thomas Hardy?
Right.
British poets 1600.
She described her 1840s poem, A Vision of Poets, as philosophical, allegorical, anything but popular. Mark.
Who is Emily Dickinson?
No. Kate or Sydney? Who was Elizabeth Barrett Browning? Kate?
Poets 2000.
He wrote his poem to the cuckoo in an orchard in Grassmere. Kate?
Who was Wordsworth?
That is right.
Pulling rank for 400, please.
In Boy Scouting, rise 5 ranks from tenderfoot, and you're one of these. Kate?
What is an Eagle Scout?
That's it.
Pulling rank 800.
Take a look, players. In 1893, the U.S. got a new diplomatic rank. Thomas Bayard, our first official one of these, was off to Great Britain. Kate?
What is to the court of St. James?
No. Mark or Sydney? The new diplomatic rank is what we were going for. He was ambassador to the court of St. James. Kate, back to you.
Pulling rank 1200.
Pepsi's Harvey Russell was the first black exec to reach this high rank, though not highest in a Fortune 500 company. Mark?
What is a CEO?
No. Kate?
Was a CFO?
No. He was a vice president. Kate, back to you.
Pulling rank 1600.
All right, you're going to stick with it, and you're going to come up with an audio daily double. You can risk up to 2,000.
Right, let's say 1500.
All right. You won't need your signaling device, so you can relax for a moment. You're the only one dealing with this clue. It's the rank of the character singing here. Listen.
I know the kings of England, and I quote the fights historical, from Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical.
What is a general?
What is a major general? Major
Oh.
general. Gilbert and Sullivan. Yes. You're at 300. Go again,
Okay,
Kate.
pulling rank 2000.
In Catholic ministry, priest is right below bishop, and this rank is right below priest. And that would be deacon. Kate, let's go somewhere else.
Give me an E 400, please.
In college, it's any optional course that a student chooses to take. Mark.
What is an elective?
That's it.
Give me an E for 800.
Medically speaking, it's the obstruction of a blood vessel by a moving blood clot or air bubble. Kate.
What is an embolism?
Right.
E 1200.
This word from Greek describes a person who has discriminating taste for fine foods and wine, like myself. Mark?
What is an Epicurean?
Yes.
Give me an E for 1600.
This language was introduced in the 1887 book, Lingvo Internacia. Mark?
What is Esperanto?
Correct.
And give me an E for 2000.
Oui. It's the 10-letter French word Americans sometimes use for a writing desk. Mark?
What is an escritoire?
That's right.
Flowers for 400.
Give your garden solar power with richly colored varieties of this, like the type called the Giant Single. Sydney?
What is the sunflower?
Right.
Flowers 800.
The showy torch lily seen here is also called the red hot this fireplace instrument. Sydney?
What is the poker?
That's it.
Flowers 1200.
When made from the Elima flower, these garlands were traditionally associated with royalty. The garlands are leis, Hawaiian leis. Sydney, back to you.
Flowers, 1600.
Several species of goldenrod with white flowers are reasonably enough called by this other precious name. Mark.
What are silver rods?
Yes.
Flowers for 2,000.
Seen here, this flower, known by its genus name, is popular as a climbing plant. That is a clematis. Mark, back to you.
Famous American homes for 400.
This humorist's California ranch house has a stuffed calf given by his friends so he'd lasso it, not them. Sydney.
Who is Will Rogers?
Right.
Homes for 8.
This frontiersman died in 1820 at his family's limestone mansion near Defiance, Missouri. And the frontiersman was Daniel Boone. Sydney, back to you.
American homes, 1200.
Born a slave around 1818, he bought a home in Washington, D.C. in 1877 and expanded it to 21 rooms. Kate.
Who is Frederick Douglass?
Correct.
1600.
New England's Inn on Covered Bridge Green was once this artist's home, and it would fit into his work. The artist is Norman Rockwell. And Kate, you get the last clue, and it is
2,000.
the other Daily Double. Big decision for you. You're trailing.
Let's make it 2100.
Okay, here's the clue then. In Famous Americans' Homes. If he could have gone home again, it might have been to his mother's Asheville, North Carolina boarding house, now a landmark.
Who's Thomas Wolfe?
Thomas Wolfe, that's right. That takes you up to 4,400. You're very much in contention right now. Mark in the lead with 8,200. Here comes Final Jeopardy, players. World events. We'll have a clue in a moment.